unfolding with all the willies and the wear. I shuffle by alert, but no to all the glances and the glare. I think of you unheeding all those times I've raised my cup. It's now I know that you know that I'd still end that man. I wheeled around because I didn't hear what you had said. I saw you dancing with you, thank you. To the bar of the first bed, I was foggy when they caught me. When you helped me to my car, the light melts and cold to me. I said, rolling up, you like the others, but now I don't belong. I said, it's my good times tomorrow. I wheeled around because I didn't hear what you
Please be seated. Hallo an alle Anserer, Gauster aus Deutschland. Danke und willkommen. And hello to everyone else. I'm Tim Brown. I'm the brother of the bride. This is Jessica Hunter, very close friend of the bride and groom. We will be performing this ceremony today. I'd like to start off by thanking the mother and father of the bride, Patsy and Jock Brown, and the mother and father of the groom, Guy and Ted Heineken, not only for their immeasurable help in preparing this event, but also for blessing our world with the two wonderful, radiant people whose love we celebrate today. But as we all know, it is a love that is easy to celebrate. Joining us in solidifying this union are the friends and family to our left and right. But of course, everyone here today represents some extension of the love of Katie and Kim. And we'd like to thank everyone for coming here today, whether you live across the street or across an ocean. I'd also like to thank the world's greatest fish tribute band, the Helping Friendly Orchestra. They will be providing the music today, which means no one else should feel the need to via a ringtone or text alert. Cell phone photography is encouraged, but just please take this opportunity to make sure that your devices are set to silent.
Good evening. Tim and I have had the good fortune to witness the development of Katie and Kim's relationship from its inception, and now to celebrate their commitment to each other in marriage. In light of that, we could talk at length about their relationship, but we thought it would be more meaningful if we let Katie and Kim describe it themselves. So we sat down with them individually and asked them about their past and their present and their future, and why they've asked us to gather here tonight. But first, we would like to take a moment to honor the matriarch of the Brown family, Nana Brown, with a blast from the past. Performing one of her favorite songs, this is the Helping Friendly Orchestra.
Tell me that I'm your own, my baby. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime summertime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire, on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you'll lose me. Then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me, tell me, tell me I'm your very own. Oh, hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime summertime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire, on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you'll lose me. Then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me, tell me, tell me I'm your very own. Tell me that I'm your own.
Thank you. Thank you. As a proud Chicagoan, I'm reluctant to say that the first time I visited this beautiful museum was only a few years ago. Katie invited me to be her guest at a Yelp Christmas party here, and unlike this gorgeous first fall night, it was so bitterly cold that our toes went numb as we were running from the car. Katie had just begun to date Kim, which is why I think I edged him out as her guest. And the evening was my chance to pepper her with questions about their first few dates. So as we caught our breath in the lobby and took in the scene, Katie seemed transfixed. She loved everything about this place, right down to the black and white checkered floor. So as I tried to prod her to the coat check, I teased her. Well, maybe you'll marry Kim Heineken here. Maybe I will, she responded. And in such a serious way that it made an impression on me even then. This is not to say that Katie knew then that she'd be standing here tonight. You see, this was the very beginning of their courtship, and Katie was earnestly trying to be skeptical. In fact, before their first date, Katie resolved not to fall in love with you in the first 5 minutes. A promise that proved difficult by the fact that you ended up being, in her words, really, really cute and had hair. When Tim and I asked Katie how it felt in the beginning, when she first fell in love with Kim, she was almost at a loss for words, which, as many of you know, is rather uncharacteristic for her. I was hoping for something great, she said, and it's better than I ever could have imagined. But rather than recount some sort of crazy, heady romance, she described a collection of experiences that felt natural, easy, and devoid of any confusion. We didn't rush in, she told us. We took it slow because we knew we were creating a lifelong connection, something that was real and grounded. When we asked Katie why she fell in love with Kim, she was more verbose. He's so smart, someone who finds the world interesting, who constantly wants to learn more and curious about everyone he meets. She spoke of Kim's kindness, his resourcefulness, his dependability. He can fix anything, she said. Kim's the person you want to be with if the world was crumbling down. Above all, though, she described someone with boundless enthusiasm who shared her appetite for exploration and fun. Kim, and I can attest to this, can have a conversation about practically anything. We are never going to run out of stories to tell each other.
Where Katie described the evolution of her love of Kim as something natural and easy, Kim described it more as a subconscious bond, something that was an unspoken understanding of each other that he had never experienced with anyone else before. So even if you don't believe in omens or psychic connections, it's hard to argue that it's just coincidence that nearly 3 years ago, Katie told Jessica that she would be getting married at the Chicago History Museum. Kim grew up here, like 2 blocks that way. He walked through this park every day on the way to school. Playtime as a kid. He spent the most formative years of his life right here, and he told me that in a city where it is easy to get frustrated by local news reports of political indiscretion and parking meters, that this building and the contents within are the version of Chicago that he chooses to identify with. So we are here for a reason. 2 people with a very strong connection to this place found each other. When Jessica and I asked Katie and Kim when they knew they were in love with each other, they had the exact same answer. Snowmageddon. For those of you who aren't from here, there was a huge blizzard in Chicago the first week of February 2011. There were up to 22 inches in as many hours, but these reports were disputed by Katie Brown, who swears that there was like 100 feet of snow. The city shut down, thousands of cars were abandoned on the highway, no one left their house for 3 days, no one except Kim Heineken, who's an excellent driver in the snow. He dug his truck out, and according to Katie, he also dug out another 3 or 4 spots in his street, just because that's the kind of guy he is. Braving the snow drifts to pick Katie up. Basically, they knew that they had 3 or 4 days with nothing to do but hang out and get to know each other better, which is exactly what they did. But not before getting a couple drinks first. Not everyone knows this, but Kim is something of a pool shark. Not unlike our great-grandfather, Thomas Brown I. And when you play pool, you befriend other people who play pool, and... Hello? Okay. Those aren't always the people that you're in a rush to introduce to your girlfriend. Whatever reason, that night of the Great Blizzard, Kim decided that he was going to let Katie in on the whole story, and he took her to his pool playing bar, and they had a blast. After that, they went back to Kim's house where there was a regulation pool table, and on a night when the rest of the city was crippled and worried and afraid, Kim and Katie and Kim's different friends had a blast. Kim may have been afraid to let Katie in on the whole story up to that point, but that night he met the Katie Brown that many of us already knew. Open-minded, welcoming, non-judgmental, and always up for a great time. And that night, for the first time, Kim told Katie that he loved her.
To everything turn.